What's that? Passing judgment and giving out awards? Why, it's Wandering Monster! Roll initiative!
Hello and welcome once again to Wandering Monster, America's tabletop showcase, where we endeavor to show you how the games you're interested in play both mechanically and narratively. My name is John Austin, Big Dog, Head Honcho, Baltusberger.
I am Charles R. Bernard.
I'm Bridget Cornelius Brave.
I am Ian John Balterberger Servas.
Ooh.
I'm Kevin Aloysius Welch.
And I am Charles Chucktastic, Lord Reverend, first of his name, Paschke.
I love this. For one, I didn't know Ian's middle name was John Baltusberger. That is cool.
Amazing.
Crazy coincidence. Friends, tonight's a big night, man. Last year I looked at who we had. I think it was just the four of us. Me, Charles, and the other John Baltusberger. And
That's my middle name. I like to go by my first name.
oh, sorry, Ian.
Go
and
by
I said,
my Christian name.
I said, guys, we have played 50 goddamn games this year. We have played more games than probably anyone else. And we should take that and maybe do an award
Feel
thing.
deep shame.
Feel just the deepest shame over our lack of time management skills. No. I said we should do an award thing because we play all of these games and a lot of them deserve recognition. The Ennies are awesome, and if you win an Ennie, congratulations. I hope to win one, but the fact of the matter is it requires some campaigning, and it requires some effort on your part as a creator to get into the Ennies and to be nominated. That's true of most awards. However, the Wandering Monster Awards, the Wandies, to win the coveted silver, golden, or cosmic tentacle, you don't get to campaign, right? They're all based on the games we played throughout the year, and they're based on our personal feelings. The six of us vote. Well, let me rephrase. The six of us nominate the games we are interested. 3 games for each category, right?
3 rounds.
Okay, no.
So much voting.
Okay,
So much for that.
each member of the cast nominates 3 games per category, and there's 6 categories total. And then we voted 3 times on which of those games would actually be nominated and which of those games would actually win. Now, with that in mind, there is an elephant in the room. I want to address it right now. I designed one of the games. Actually, I think I designed 3 of the games we played this year.
How dare you?
What?
And then
Somebody's rigging it.
Bridget worked on some of the games
Yep.
we played. Ian worked on some of the games we played. Because we're avid game creators and members of that community, right? And so the rule was this year, if you worked on a game, you are not allowed to nominate it or vote for it. So if any of the games we worked on show up tonight is because the other members of the cast felt it was a strong enough contender to be placed. We discussed just taking them off the ballot entirely. But as I think Charles mentioned, like, look, whether we worked on these or not, these are good, solid games, and they deserve to be, considered. But again, to take
And not only that, there are other people involved in the game as well who contributed to it, whether it's art, design, etc.
Yeah.
And they deserve some attention as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Charles. Anyway, that out of the way, we have a jam-packed night ahead of us where we're going to discuss these categories. The categories are staff picks. That is, each one of us chose one game that we either played or just read throughout the year that we fell in love with and really wanted to shine a spotlight on. Best storytelling, best art, best game mechanics, best game experience, best Morkborg game, because we played a lot of Morkborg, and best game, period. So I'm excited about it. I think we should just dive right into that with our staff picks. I would actually like to not go first because I've already been talking for a minute. So Ian, would you mind starting us off with your staff pick?
Absolutely. And good thing you said not to put you first, because I would have put you on the spot. So I'll put myself on the spot. My staff pick for this year, normally I usually go for games that have lots of lore or fluff or things like that, things that I really like. But my pick for this year is Super High Wizards Built This Castle, which is one of those one-pager games. But the heart of it is random tables, and the random tables were fantastic, and it really nails that. I want a great con game. I want something that's really fun for the GM to run with no prep, that's very memorable. If you get the right players together, it's a great experience. It was basically just like playing HGTV Nightmares as like a game, like explore a weird castle that's constantly evolving, full of weird random encounters. And it's like pay what you want on itch. Fantastic. Highly recommend it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I will say that the random tables are the zeitgeist right now in game design. So seeing it done super well always fills my heart with warmth. Kevin.
Yes. Well, okay, so I'm new-ish to the cast, so I didn't get to play a bunch of the games that everyone else played. But one of the funner experiences I had was when we played Splatter League. Just I mean, just the characters that we all built and just played together, just the whole setting. The game was super easy to pick up out of nowhere. It super rules light, but very very great. It's just really well done. And I got to make a redneck named Chicken Liver with superpowers. You really can't go wrong with that. He ended up coming out with a chupacabra. Watch a video, and it was just a lot of fun. I know that's one that John wrote, and I know that we're supposed to not do that and bring it up or whatever, but it was just a lot of fun. Just the whole experience, the table experience was just great.
The game we played on there was so much fun that I actually added all three of the characters that Charles, Patchkey, and Kevin played to the book as established heroes in the city. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thank you.
Patchkey, hit us.
Yeah, so I would like to first address the elephant in the room. I have no original thoughts. Last time when we picked favorite dinosaurs, Kevin stole my favorite dinosaur.
Sorry.
This time, while I'm picking my favorite game of the year, Ian stole my favorite game of the year. It's fine. I mean, this is why we get along. But yeah, I could reiterate everything Ian said, but there's no point in that.
If it helps, Charles, my other pick would have been Triangle Agency because of the phenomenal design done in the manuals, and a lot of the fun was for the GM. So if that helps, I could say, well, like,
Nah,
there's
it's all good. It was a really fun game, and I think that's what ultimately matters to me the most is, will I just come in, enjoy this experience, and want to recommend it to someone else down the road? I think that's where I'm at with like a number of the games that we are going to have on the list tonight, but in particular, my staff pick, Super High Wizards Built This Castle. I looked back at it when we were doing the voting, and I was just like, that one. If this doesn't win something, I'm going to be pissed.
Absolutely. And I want to say that's the highest praise you can give any kind of media, right? I want to recommend this to other people.
Exactly.
So absolutely, man. Thank you. That brings us to Charles Bernard.
So my pick for our staff pick this year, my staff pick, is a game that I actually was absent from gameplay, but I wound up buying it and enjoying the hell out of the book afterwards. My staff pick is Kill Your Necromancer from
Oh, yeah.
Pavel Kickman.
Mhm.
Originally on Kickstarter and now available on itch. This is a mork board game where essentially, like, I love games that question relations of power, especially around issues of labor. And in this game, it basically asks the question: when a necromancer raises the dead, like, what the hell right do they have anyway to do that? So you play as a grumpy stiff awakened from the dead, just trying to find that eternal peace that you've been denied by this crazy necromancer. So I love that idea of like the grumpy dead brought back to life. Like, I don't need this shit. I already lived 105 years on Earth. It's great. So yeah, that has, I believe, 4 playable undead classes. It's super affordable. It's on itch. So go get it. Yeah. Kill Your Necromancer from Pavel Kickman.
Very, very cool game. Bridget.
This one was actually really hard for me because I've had a lot of fun this year. I mean, I've thrown cinder blocks through windows. I got to be, a trash goblin at one point. It's been fantastic all around. I had to go overall though with Odd Gobs. And it was because I think that is actually the most impressive fucking around we've done. We managed to accomplish nothing but visit like 4 locations. It was incredible.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are our staff picks. Like I said, oh no, I have one. I also have to say my staff pick. My staff pick is Necronautilus by World Champ Games, Adam Vass. Necronautilus is a psilocybin fueled dreamscape of wordplay, right? Your powers and everything you can do is based on words, and I'm a writer and I like shrooms, and everything about the game, like, I'm pretty sure Adam might as well have said Necronautilus for John Baltisberger and just handed it to me. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Everything he makes is beautiful, but Necronautilus, so gorgeous, so beautiful. And I will say, when I first bought it and read it, I was kind of at a loss of how it actually would play. And Ian did such an incredible job of running that and just reignited my love of that game and what it is and how it can go. So staff pick for me is Necronautilus, which brings us to our next category. Ian, take it away.
Right. So our next category is best storytelling. And this is one too where very difficult to choose between because we have such stellar nominations. And after our 3 rounds of nominations, 2 were really battling it neck to neck. Bridgetown and Pan His Majesty in Yellow. And ultimately, Pan His Majesty in Yellow won for its very dark Lovecraftian like mythological folktelling, very much a hybrid and getting into the very dark and sinister roots of the Pan mythos. Like Peter Pan is really a dark figure, and Wayne Roberts really dove deeply and did a lot of fantastic occult research and literary research to really bring this very interesting world together, where you are playing in the demands of a very fractious god that's splitting apart, and you are stuck in this very dark fairy tale. And how do you navigate all the terrible things? I just like, when I ran it, just the red cloak gnomes and the players not doing anything, but watching an NPC slowly get torn apart, and just watched it from the bottom of the cliff.
That's fucked up. Yeah, so best storytelling is about the lore that the actual creators of the game put in. And both Bridgetown and Pan His Majesty in Yellow were fucking good. And a lot of these games were good, right? But Bridgetown and Pan His Majesty in Yellow kind of just just set a bar that was so high. Pan His Majesty
Yeah,
in
I
Yellow.
mean, Pan His Majesty in Yellow is a game that got me reading Peter Pan books, like because I was like, this sounds like the source material is actually pretty bomb, and I went back and read Peter in Kensington Garden and Peter and Wendy, and like it's some dark, crazy shit. And I'm very into like the Hastur mythos, which is heavily referenced in it. Like the storytelling elements of the game were some of the best I've ever seen. Yeah.
And I will say, Wayne was an award winner last year with Dungeon Plumbers. He's a great designer, a great writer. So, absolutely no surprise that that we saw Pan His Majesty in Yellow as an award winner tonight. Again, though, David Sherdewan with Tactical Grimwire with Bridgetown, also an amazing game, and you should check them both out. Congratulations to both of you. Kevin, why don't you take us to the next place?
All right. Next category is best art. This one was rough just for the fact that all the artwork is just so completely bonkers and different from every other one. It's super hard to pick what you would which one. And so it's, just I guess whatever one jumps out at you. The nominees are Odd Gobs by our boy here, Triangle Agency, Ronin, Burger Punk, Cloud Empress, and Necronautilus. And the winner is Burger Punk.
Congratulations.
That's the sound of like lots of buns slapping together.
Yes, that's exactly what it sounded like.
This one was, I want to point out there are 6 nominees for this one, and there are 6 of us. This one was a drag out fight, and I want to say Burger Punk won by like one single vote because
So it's my
there's
doing,
so much good art,
right?
huh?
If it's one vote, then it's my doing.
Yeah, it's probably Patrick's doing.
You're welcome, Burger Punk.
But like Burger Punk, and like, how do you compare Burger Punk to Cloud Empress, right? But at the same time, like, we have to. It's literally our jobs tonight. Burger Punk's art just makes me happy. It just filled my heart with glee, right? Ronin looks incredible. Odd Gobs had incredible art from Roland. Triangle Agency was sleek and exquisite. Like none, and Necronautilus, I've already said, like every time I look at it, I'm just like, fuck yeah. All of these are bangers. But Burger Punk filled us with joy. Congratulations to all the nominees, and especially to Burger Punk. Your incredible art. Yeah. Ian, you want to take us to the next one?
I was going to butt right in with best game mechanics, which can also be a tricky category because we play the gamut of layers of complexity from Ultra Rules Light, where you're basically always flipping a coin or rolling a single die of some size, to lots of calculus that I have to do on the fly. So it's an interesting experience being a player or a GM for this category. So these are games that are approachable but complex, that offer a lot of depth. And after 3 rounds, our top nominees were Odd Gobs, Super High Wizards Built This Castle, and Necronautilus. 3 vastly different styles of play and games, and ultimately it came down to Odd Gobs. And
thank you.
And again, John did not bribe nor threaten any of us with these votes. So
nope. Here's what I'll say. All 3 of these games are so different that if you tried to introduce someone who is new to gaming to them and said these are 3 games, they would call you crazy.
Yeah.
Necronautilus has a mechanic where when you roll, it splits your words up, and then you have to make new words that fuel your powers. I was absent for Super High Wizards Built This Castle, but everything y'all have talked about, it sounds incredible. But Odd Gobs. Odd Gob's mechanics were designed to up the chaos and the ridiculousness of the game as quickly as possible. And the fact that you guys enjoyed it is really incredible for me. So thank you so very much for those votes, friends. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you. I'm going, before I cry, I'm going to take us over to the best game experience. Now, this is a weird, thank you, sir. I have COVID right now, so I have a box of tissues just off screen for sure. For those of you keeping track at home, yes, I am currently winning the Nurgle off. Barely, but I am. Best game experience. What does that mean, right? It can mean the most fun, but more than that, it's a combination of how easy was it to get into, right? Like how quickly could we dive into it? Were the mechanics fun for both us and Ian? Did they make sense? Like basically, it takes a lot of these other categories and say, okay, but did you enjoy it? And so this is another one where there was a lot of dissent. We all enjoyed these games, and it was really difficult to pick a winner. So the nominees for best game experience are Bridgetown from David Sherdewan, Burger Punk from, I don't remember and I'm so sorry, Odd Gobs, thank you, Pan, His Majesty in Yellow, which is a old school Essentials game, Ronin, a Mork board game, Triangle Agency, TLD RPG by Billy Blue, and Ziggurat of the Blood God, which we played using the TLD RPG rules. So we played TLD RPG twice. Once Billy Blue ran a game, and once we played Ziggurat of the Blood God, illustrated by a dear friend of the show, Simone Tameta. And with that, the winner is... That was not a drum roll. I'm so sorry. Burger Punk. Yeah, Burger Punk was a game that like reading, again, the art made us happy, but reading the book was fun. It was fun looking at the rules. It was fun reading the class descriptions, and ultimately it was fun just diving in and playing in that world. It's a game we've continued to talk about. It's a game that we continue to have fun remembering. It was just an incredible experience, and yeah, congratulations to Burger Punk for their second award of the night.
It's not often that you get to fry children's faces in the middle of a restaurant.
Yeah. Ian is a cruel god, and he made that very clear to us that night.
Yeah.
I giveth, I taketh.
Ian is a cruel god. Yes, he is. Sorry, the Southern gospel got in my heart for a second. The problem might be something with COVID. That brings us to our next category. Kevin, if you don't mind.
Next category is best Merc Borg hack. I know that there was quite a few that was played this year, but it looks like there was two of them that pushed ahead of everybody. They're Ronin and Kill Your Necromancer, and the winner is Kill Your Necromancer. Again, that was an absolute blast to play. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Merc Borg engine, obviously. The Ronin was an absolute blast to play as well. I got to play two different characters that night because Ian decided that I deserved to die. It was like, I think it was my second time on the show, and he's like,
I believe I cut your head off.
Yes, you did.
You didn't want to help him with him like dying of poison from venom from a snake bite. So you're like, I'm gonna help my bro out. I'm gonna cut his head up. That's gonna fix the venom.
I don't get asked for a lot of favors anymore, though. So
no, yeah.
For me.
Fair.
And ever since, you've been known as my punching bag.
Yes, that's his Discord name in the Wanmon like HQ is Ian's punching bag.
That's right. But I mean, as fun as Ronin was, Kill Your Necromancer was just absolutely amazing. You know, just like Charles Bernard said, you you get resurrected. Your boss is a dick. What are you gonna do? You just take him out. But yeah, absolute blast, both of those ones. But congratulations.
Mortborg is interesting, right? Because there's hacks, there's supplements, and because Ronin is a hack. It is its own game using Morkborg chassis, whereas Kill Your Necromancer is a supplement where it exists in the world of Morkborg.
Right.
I'm not saying one is more valid than the other or less so, because they're both incredible products. Ronin is
a diverse
complete
ecosystem. Yeah.
Yes. Both of these games are now complete and available in digital format, I believe.
Kill Your Necromancer will be releasing in like a more full version later. I'm the editor on that one, so that'll be eventually. It'll also come in your physical print. Looking at Q4 to 2024 for the hardback on that one.
Okay, awesome. So anyway, both of these games will be available this next year. So if you like Morkborg, like pick them both up.
Yeah, definitely.
And congratulations to Kill Your Necromancer for your second go of the night, baby. Hell yeah. All right. Big moment.
You got this one, John?
I do. Best game of 2023.
The coveted golden tentacle.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to do, right? It's a hard thing to say, like, which is the best, because best is subjective. It all comes down to what is the best overall package. How much fun did we have? How easy was it to understand? How easy was it for Ian to run? Because some of these games, the five of us are having a blast, and Ian is frantically behind the scenes, just like. This entire game is 3 sentences, and I have to make it all up.
There have been some of us.
He made a joke about having to do calculus early. It wasn't a joke. Ian has a quantum computer on the other side of the screen where he like feeds it rules and hopes it comes out making sense, and it usually doesn't. I say all of these things come into consideration.
I love random tables.
Right? At the end of the day, the best game for 2023 is one where it's hard for us to find where we would improve something, where we would change something. This is a game. These are games that, like Patchkey said, we would encourage people to buy. We would, like, if we heard someone say, "Oh man, I want to get a new game. Do you have any suggestions?" These are the games that immediately leap to our mind of saying, like, "Yeah, I do. This game is baller." So again, these are subjective, but we play a lot of games. To kind of reiterate, I'm a professional game designer. Ian is a professional game editor. Charles, Patchkey, Bridget, and Kevin have all worked on game projects and have all written and have all worked on this. Like, we don't just do this for fun. We do this for like money. and so it behooves us to understand how games work and what makes games enjoyable and what makes world building cool and what makes stories cool and engaging. Like, these are all things that we need to do for us to continue to eat and live indoors. And so that's our credentials. I just want to say those things because, again, these nominees are worth what you are paying to watch it. It's free on YouTube, right? But at the same time, we do kind of know what we're talking about because if nothing else, the 6 of us have played over 100 different games over the last 2 years, and that's just the shit we put on stream, not the stuff we played outside the stream. So with that in mind, the best game of 2023 nominees are Burger Punk, Pan, His Majesty in Yellow, Super High Wizards Build This Castle, Odd Gobs, and Triangle Agency. And the winner is Burger Punk.
Everyone slap your buns.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Slap them
Clap
buns.
those buns.
Clap them cheeks. I mean buns. Shit.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I am. Man, all of these games are really, really good. We had, I want to say, in the voting, after 3 rounds of voting, this was not a landslide, right? These games were great games. We love them, and at the end of the day, Burger Punk just edged up there to win it all. And with best art and best game experience under their belt already, it's not really shocking that they would also win best game, because again, it's about the complete package and how incredible it was and how much we loved it. So congratulations, Burger Punk, for best game. You earned it, you deserve it. And that is not to say that anyone on this list is not an incredible game made by incredibly talented, creative game designers who we'd all love to work with and see more shit from.
Absolutely.
I'll go so far as to say that any of the nominees tonight are well worth picking up. If you're a tabletop
100%.
game fan.
Yeah, again, we played over 50 games this year. To get on this list is not easy and not a gimme. If you're on this list, it's because you deserve to be on this list. If you were nominated, it's because you have a fucking great game that we were in love with. End of story.
100%.
You're here.
Yeah. So where does that leave us? We're changing stuff up. We had a long talk as a group, and we realized one issue that we were kind of having is that we wanted more opportunity to explore some of the worlds we were visiting, a little more, a chance to explore the characters we were building, because it's really easy to not care, and to not care if you stay alive, to not care what happens to the party, what happens to the game world, when at the end of 2 hours that kicker's gone forever and the world's gone forever, right?
Yeah.
It's all one shots. Yeah.
It's all one shots, right? And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, I'm not trying, because I know that at the end of the night it's done. And that is, I think we've done a really good job of showcasing these games. But in order to really delve into some of more of the mechanics, see how they play, how they're fleshed out, we are going to be doing campaign play for 2024, where we are going to play one game each month. So it'll still be 2-hour chunks on Wednesdays, same one time, same 1 hour, same one place. However, for January 2024, we will be playing Pirate Borg.
Oh, my copy's over here.
Oh, it's a beautiful book, y'all.
It really is.
And so our goal is not to get bogged down or to take anything away, but we just wanted a chance to play campaign stuff. For me, and I think for several of my cast members, fellow cast members, this is our gaming, and there's something you get out of a campaign that you
If I may,
yes,
like it's not so much that we weren't trying with our one session games. It's that there's nothing in it for you not to fly the plane right into the sun. Like if I want to jump off a 55-story building to take some guy out, there's nothing to stop me. I'm never gonna play that game as that character again. And on the other hand, some of the characters we play, we get very attached to, and it's like kind of hard to let go. Like I'm going to miss my longtime manservant Ham Fund, who was a recurring character in like 6 or 7 different. I don't know. Ham Fun showed up a lot.
He will be back.
Hopefully, we can work him into. Yeah. I was gonna say I have a feeling he'll be back, but there were a lot of characters I played where I was like, it'd be fun to keep doing this, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick a setting we love and characters that we love, and put work into ourselves. Some of us more than others, admittedly. I'm a bit of a lame ass in that department, but yeah, and see how things develop over an entire season.
Mm-hmm. And that's so well said. Thank you so much, Charles. Yeah, and again, we're still going to be America's tabletop showcase. We're going to try to play games that you're interested in. We're starting off with a big one, right? Pirate Borg is pretty well known. Mork Borg is extremely well known, but we're going to be playing some other stuff that is a little less well known. We'll be playing things that are interesting to us, that we want to see how it works, and hopefully you do as well. So we're still going to strive to bring you interesting things that you can like learn from. This said, next year, this award ceremony will look very different because we're going to have 12 games instead of 50. That said, we'll probably also have different categories, and we'll make it interesting, and we'll definitely still do our best to tell you, the viewer, what's worth. Like, we played 50 games. That's a lot of money. Do you know how much money that is? A lot. So we want to show you what to actually spend your money on, and this award ceremony, a really good metric for what you should actually put on your wish list. God damn, I'm so excited about Pirate Borg. A cool thing about Pirate Borg, Ian is writing this module. We're not using a book. He is doing an original thing. The basic is it okay if I say the basic premise?
Well, maybe subject to change, but we'll see.
We are going to be subject to change, but our premise right now is that we will be playing Cultist of the Dead Sea Gods. One or more of us might be addicted to drugs. So tune in to find out. We do have a couple of announcements. Low Blasphemy by Judith Sonnet is available right now on Amazon. Godless and Madness Heart.
Fellow Salt Lake City writer, yeah.
And a damn good one at that. Madness Heart Press's Salt Lake City rep is fucking solid. We also have Porcelain from Nate Southard coming out January 14th. Incredible book. On that note, if you have read any Madness Heart Press books, any books by myself, by Charles, by Bridget, and you liked it, maybe go over to your email and type in splatterpunkawards@gmail.com and send in your choices for the nominees. It's open until the 31st. Like I said, we probably have a graphic on the socials somewhere about what is available for nomination. But if you do that, it's a huge help because those are all reader nominated. So if you love something we wrote, please take a chance and nominate it. Whale to the Face has a holiday special called Unholy Nativity. It's coming out Friday, and it has special guest Johan Noor. If you're not familiar with Johan, he is the artist behind Morkborg. Great guy, super fun, super friendly, and incredible artist. So please check out that episode. And because I am insane, I have agreed to do another folding map game, this time with Simone Temeta. It is going to be based on the Badass system that we used in Splatterpunk, although greatly simplified, and that will be part of Zine Quest in February. So check us out on Kickstarter in February for a new folding map game, because I don't value my mental health. Oh my god. We played a lot of games, and we built our cast. We started this year with 4 cast members. We're ending it with 6. And I think it's perfect. honestly, friends, I just want to. I did this all in the green room where I kind of got weepy and told everyone how much I love them. But I just want to reiterate: without these people sitting next to me, this show wouldn't exist, and we wouldn't get to come here every week and play games. Like, how crazy is it that games get to be what we do? It's so incredible, and honestly, we couldn't do it without you. If you have not yet, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Both of those things are completely free. Hump that bell. Do the people's elbow to the subscribe button. Do the things, and we're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on doing incredible. Tell a friend. Yeah. Hey, you know how much we've paid for advertising? Fucking nothing. so maybe tell a friend. Help word of mouth, baby. God, it's an incredible journey, and I'm really excited about what those next steps are with this new campaign play. I'm so excited. Oh, also, really quick, I need to thank our intro and outro music, which is Barbaria.
Yes.
Off the album Purple Miasmic Smoke by Bog Wizard. Incredible band, incredible music. And maybe they have some piratey themed music that we will be switching to in the new season. Either way, I want to thank you, the viewer, for sticking with us and helping us do this shit. Just, thank you for joining us on this consensual journey we call Wandering Monster. I am John Baltusberger.
I am Charles R. John Baltusberger Bernard.
I am Bridget John Baltusberger Brave.
I am Kevin John Baltusberger Welch.
I'm Ian Charles Paschke Servas.
Oh,
I am Mr. John Thaniel Baltusberger Kino Bernard Paschke Servas Brave.
Welsh.
nailed it.
Perfect.
Friends, we'll be back next week, sailing the high seas of the dark Caribbean. Until then, if ye cannot wait, do not worry. Bridget will send you to the deep.
Yar.
Yar.
Yar.